Hey everyone, it's Mark. And guys, we finally did it. We hit 1,000 subscribers. Come on! Why am I wearing a suit? Alright, here we are. This is a little more comfortable. I am not a suit and tie kind of guy. Anyways, we finally made it, everyone. 1,000 subscribers. I started this channel a little over a year ago, and honestly, I had no idea when or even if I would ever reach 1,000 subscribers. But here we are. Thanks to all of you that have supported me, my channel, my videos, and especially if you're one of the people that has subscribed to me. If you haven't subbed yet, well, what are you waiting for? I got asked a while back about what kind of video I would do for a 1,000 subscriber special, and at first I thought about doing something crazy like a huge ranking list, but I'll save those for later. For 1,000 subs, I figured since I'm still a relatively new channel, I should mark this occasion by doing something a little more personal, and that's how we got to this Q&A. I let you guys ask me anything you wanted, and hopefully after watching this, you all know me a little better. As always, you can continue to interact with me in the comments of my videos, over on Twitter, or over on my Discord, and I'd be happy to talk about, well, just about anything. Now, let's dive into the questions that I got. Okay, let's start off with a basic question. What's your favorite Pokemon? A little bit of backstory here. I remember growing up and having played Pokemon games from the first 3 generations, but I was so young that I never really knew what I was doing. Once Gen 4 arrived, I was at least smart enough to figure out how to be the champion for the first time in my life, and I did so with the time-honored strategy of using an overleveled starter Pokemon to carry my team, and that starter was Infernape. Funny enough, all this happened before I ever watched the Diamond and Pearl series of the anime, so when I learned that my favorite Pokemon was also one of Ash's all-time best, yeah, that puts Infernape in a whole tier of its own when it comes to my favorite Pokemon. Who are your biggest Pokemon YouTuber inspirations? To be honest, I don't really have a straightforward answer to this question. At this point, I make mostly Pokemon anime related videos, but really when I made this channel, I just wanted to voice my opinions on Pokemon in general. So I wouldn't say any Anapoke YouTubers specifically inspired me. I mean, you can take one look at my name, Elite Trainer Mark, and you should be able to tie that to at least a few other YouTubers. I was actually going to name myself Ace Trainer Mark, but, well, Ace Trainer Liam already has that moniker. More generally though, and this will either be a real throwback for some of you, or more than likely you will have never heard of this person, but the YouTuber that first got me into watching YouTube videos was this guy named Datai. Back when I was in middle school, I remember coming home from school and watching his playthroughs of various games, and that was probably the first time I ever felt inspired to make videos myself. Other than that, my style of videos are mainly inspired by some of my current favorite YouTube channels that I watch myself. I really enjoy Cultaholics videos, but they're a channel about pro wrestling, not Pokemon. That being said, their list-based style of videos is kind of what I base my ideas off of. Their biggest videos are usually every something ranked from worst to best, and I want to get started making videos like that myself. Speaking of which, what are your 1K special channel plans? I didn't really know how to specifically answer this question, so I'll just take it as an opportunity to explain my future plans now that I've hit 1,000 subs. And really, a lot of plans won't change. My most consistent content will still be Pokemon Journeys episode reviews, and I'm going to try and fit in other videos whenever I can. Like I just mentioned before, I want to start making videos such as this one I'm currently working on, every Team Rocket Pokemon ranked from worst to best. You can see how that concept can be applied to a lot of different things, such as every Pokemon movie, for example. I can't look too far into the future though, and I'll explain why in a second. How old are you? Yo tengo 23 años y no sé por qué estoy hablando en español, pero I can, so why not? Anyways, for you non-Spanish speakers out there, I'm 23. I bring this up now so I can properly set up the next question. What are your top 5 favorite fossils? How do you balance your school and YouTube life? So I was talking about the second part of this question, but let's get the first part out of the way. I'm assuming this person meant top 5 favorite fossil Pokemon, since I don't even think I could name a single fossil outside of the Pokemon world. I'll go with, in no particular order, Kabutops, Aerodactyl, Rampardos, Bastiodon, and Armaldo. As for how I balance school and YouTube, now that's quite the question. So like I said, I'm 23 years old. Right now I'm in grad school and my school schedule is pretty hectic. Fortunately, I've always been a really good student, so the actual schoolwork side of things is not that bad. After the spring semester, I just have to take 2 summer courses and I'll have a master's degree, but the big question for me is what exactly I do with that. I'm just starting the process of applying for jobs and doing so while working at an internship. and being a full-time student, all this can add up pretty quickly. This is why my upload schedule has been pretty minimal lately. Since my winter break ended, I've basically been restricted to one video a week with my episode reviews, and only occasionally do I have the time to make extra videos. Thankfully, enough people seem to like my episode reviews, and all it takes to do them is just spend about 5 hours on a Friday night making it, so I can basically always fit that into my schedule. Going forward though, I don't know how I'll balance YouTube and, well, not school, but work. Once I'm finished with spring semester, my parents will be expecting me to get a job pretty quick, so I guess we'll all have to stay tuned for how that affects my channel. I can say with confidence that my episode reviews will always continue, but honestly, I have no idea how much free time I will have to make other videos. Okay, let's lighten the mood a little bit. Do you watch Cricket Mate? If yes, who is your favorite player? So I'm guessing the same person asked all 3 of these questions. I have no way to prove that, but I think it's a safe guess. And no, I do not watch cricket. I don't even think I could name a single cricket player if I tried. I know England and India are very good at cricket, but that's about it. The only sport I really watch is soccer, and I follow all the major sports in the United States, so cricket falls outside of my area of expertise, unfortunately. What's your favorite Eeveelution? Arguably, my favorite type is Dark, so I'll go with Umbreon. I've never actually had much fun using an Umbreon because its stats and moveset don't really align with my playstyle, but it's definitely the coolest looking Eeveelution, that's for sure. Okay, 2 similar questions up next. Hottest Pokemon anime girl and why? Can be anyone, not just Ash's traveling companions. Hottest Pokemon girl. Well, I don't really feel all that comfortable sexualizing anime characters, especially characters that are meant to be 10-year-old girls, so my answer is none. Sorry if that's not the answer you were expecting, but I'm just being honest. Alright, let's tackle the longest question of this whole video. What's your favorite gimmick? Mega Evolution, Z-Moves, or Dynamax/Gigantamax? Also, your favorite of each. So favorite Mega Pokemon, favorite Z-Move, and favorite G-Max. For the anime, I'd love to hear about your favorite Pokemon that's just caught, and for fun, what is your least favorite Go Pokemon? And you can't just say all of them except for Cinderace, Sobble, and Grookey. I need an exact least favorite, since your favorite would probably be one of the 3 mentioned above. Some other random questions: favorite pseudo-legendary, favorite legendary mythical, favorite regional variants, and one final thing. I'm going to need your bank account information. That's it for now. Pretty basic questions, except for the Go one, but I'd love for some of these to get answered. Well, this was my favorite submission I got for this Q&A, so thank you for asking me this. Let's disregard the bank account details, and I'll take the rest one by one. Out of the 3 things you mentioned, Mega Evolution is my favorite. It really brings a whole new level to a trainer's ace Pokemon. My favorite Mega is Mega Metagross, I think. I don't really have a standout for that. Favorite Z-Move is Let's Snuggle Forever, and favorite Gigantamax is Gigantamax Cinderace. My favorite Pokemon that Ash has caught is probably either Pikachu or Infernape, but I've never really thought much about it. Okay, my least favorite Pokemon of Go's. Let's take a look at the list. Wow, there's a lot to choose from. Some of the contenders are Geodude and Arctozolt, but I'm gonna pick Hitmonchan as my overall least favorite, because he had to defeat the Karate Master to win it, and it was off screen. It would have been so much fun to see that battle, but oh well. And oh yeah, Hitmonlee is better than Hitmonchan. For the last couple of questions, I'm going with Tyranitar as my favorite pseudo-legendary, Darkrai is my favorite legendary/mythical, and for regional variant, I would say Obstagoon, but that's not technically a regional form of anything, so instead I'll go with Galarian Slowbro. Whew, that was a lot. Back to some shorter questions. Got any brothers or sisters? I am the youngest in my family, and I have 3 older brothers. What is your favorite Pokemon game? I feel like this changes for me all the time. I mean, sometimes I just randomly get the urge to play a certain game. Like most recently, I was dying to play Pokemon Coliseum for some reason. Overall though, I think the best games in the franchise are Black and White and Black and White 2, and if I had to pick one specific game overall, it would be Pokemon White 2. If you could pick one Pokemon to add to Ash's team in Journeys, who would it be and why? This is tricky to answer because Ash already has a team of 6 Pokemon in Journeys, and that actually brings me to another question that's related to this. Do you think Ash should catch more Pokemon, because if he does, some Pokemon will miss out on the battle versus Leon? I'll try and combine my answers for these last 2. It's worth pointing out that Ash's inevitable battle against Leon is not guaranteed to be a full 6v6 battle. We all hope it will be, but for all we know, it'll just be a 1v1 between Pikachu and Charizard. But let's say it is a 6v6 full battle. So far, I'm not really invested in Ash's Dracovish at all, so I would have no problem with another Pokemon replacing it. What other Pokemon should Ash catch though? Personally, I'd rather just see his current team of 6 get more screen time, but if I had to pick one to add to his squad, I would go with Obstagoon, just because it's a cool Galar Pokemon and it would be out of the ordinary compared to the kind of Pokemon Ash usually catches. Disregarding type balance, what would Ash's hypothetical strongest team be based off all the feats they've shown in the anime? Alright, now if Ash's battle versus Leon does end up being 6v6, then how cool would it be if Ash brought this team with him to battle for the right to be world champion? Monarch. Pikachu is a lock, and I think Charizard has got to be in there as well since it's defeated a legendary Pokemon one-on-one. Similarly, Sceptile was the only Pokemon to defeat Tobias' Darkrai, so it makes the cut too. Greninja has got to be there for obvious reasons, and since Lycanroc won Ash's first ever Pokemon League, I think that's qualification enough. The last spot would be between Infernape and Crocodile, and they both actually have similar accomplishments in all honesty, but I gotta pick Infernape, right? The sixth slot could easily go to Dragonite, Lucario, or Sirfetch'd though if they start to win some important battles for Ash in the future. Favorite Looney Tunes character? Okay, so I at least watched some Looney Tunes growing up, but admittedly it was far from my favorite. I had a quick scroll through of the Looney Tunes wiki and landed on Daffy Duck as my favorite. That guy was always funny and way better than that overrated Donald Duck. Also, I saw there was a character named Playboy Penguin and that made me laugh, so I guess he comes in second. Which PokeTuber would you most like to collab with? I never have a good answer to this question. I guess just selfishly, the easiest answer would be whatever collab gets the most new viewers over to my channel, but outside of that, I would do just about anyone I could make a fun video, project, or series with. I'd be happy to do a one-off collab with just about anyone as long as it's mutually beneficial, and I have some ideas in mind for videos on my channel that will involve other Pokemon YouTubers. One idea that I want to just float out there that will sound kind of wild, and I have no intention of starting this right now, but I think sometime in the future it would be cool. And that would be doing a full Pokemon anime rewatch podcast with one or two other Pokemon YouTubers. It sounds daunting, but just doing something like one podcast a week that covers a handful of episodes, I think it would be a fun long-term project to do one day. So anyways, I don't have a great answer for specific people. I'm finally starting to grow some of my connections in this community, so let's just see where things go, and hopefully you'll be seeing me collab with some of your other favorites in the near future. Now, the final question goes to something I've been asked a lot outside of just this Q&A, but I also got asked it multiple times just for this. What is your favorite series of the anime? What is your favorite Pokemon anime? Mine is Sun and Moon. Also, congrats on almost being at 1,000 subs. Thank you, whoever that second person is, I appreciate it. At some point, I will definitely do a video on every series of the Pokemon anime ranked from worst to best. Maybe after Journeys is over, I'll do a huge video like that. Another thing I'm doing is that I'm actually in the middle of a rewatch of the entire series, and I'm going through and giving every single episode a ranking out of 10 as I go. That way, I'll have a statistical way of answering this question by averaging out every single episode for every season and every series. And I always prefer to have some rationale like that when I answer such a big question like this. For right now though, I'll make it simple. It's between Diamond and Pearl, XY, and Sun and Moon for me. All three are very different series and they each have some of the best plot points in the entire history of the anime. Diamond and Pearl has the best series-long narrative of Ash vs. Paul, and the fact that it lasted over 190 episodes just adds to the series' overall quality in my opinion. XYZ, the last season of XY, is probably the best individual season of the anime in my opinion, and Sun and Moon had the best culmination of a series with the Alola League and Ash vs. Kukui tacked onto it. I don't want to pick Sun and Moon because of recency bias, and I'm not personally as high on Ash Greninja or Serena as some fans are, so for right now I'm going to pick Pokemon Diamond and Pearl as my favorite series in the anime. Am I very confident of that answer? Absolutely not, but that's what I'm going to go with right now. Every series of the anime is fantastic though. It's difficult to narrow it down to just one series individually. And there we go, the Q&A is finished. Thank you so much for everyone who sent a question in, and like I said before, the best places to keep on talking to me are on Twitter or over on Discord, and I have both links down in the description. I may do another Q&A in the future, or maybe something will come up like, I don't know, say I start streaming one day. That's always a good way for a little Q&A. But once again, thank you all so much for helping me get to 1,000 subscribers. I can't really believe we made it this far, but I couldn't have done it without your support. And I know this video isn't going to get as many views as my other videos, but that's alright because I know my best fans are tuned in and watch this entire thing. Honestly, some of you all, from the more vocal ones who I interact with weekly or even daily, even to the people who just leave a comment every once in a while telling me that you like my content, I appreciate you guys so much. 1,000 subscribers is a big step for me right now, but I hope it's just a small step in the grand scheme of things. I hope I've got bigger and better things to come, and it's you guys that were here from the very beginning, and you'll always hold a special place in my heart because of it. Alright, enough of the emotional stuff already. Be sure to leave a like on this video if you haven't already, and subscribe. I don't know anyone that has made it through this video that isn't subscribed, but if that is the case, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.